Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34. Football card collector in that order. I recently watched a video by Baseball Card Collector Investor Dealer. He's got one of my favorite channels. I love his content and the way he presents it. And he did a video on the history and evolution or de-evolution of jersey cards, going from game worn, which are the best obviously, all the way to we would see cards like this. This is a Darren McFadden franchise, and this one right here, enclosed event worn material with just a little tiny patch. So supposedly he wore this at an event, but not a game, and now it's not even really guaranteed as being anything for a lot of these. And it got me thinking about game worn jersey cards, and those game worn cards are definitely my favorite. I don't have tons of them, but I have a few, and I thought I'd do a top 10. They're not in any particular order, but I'm just going to show you my 10 favorite game-used jersey cards that I own. So before I show those off, I want to mention that, one of my bigger pet peeves in the hobby is non-game used. In fact, just this piece of relic jersey is not from any particular game or event. I really feel like when they were game worn, the cards were much more special. It was a little piece of the history of the game right there in the card. And I understand with rookie cards, you can't really do that. So I give it a pass for the rookie cards. But I do want to, another pet peeve would be, sticker autos instead of on-card autos. But I do want to mention that, I still enjoy pulling autos, sticker or not. And there are definitely some good non-game worn jersey cards that I really do like if it adds to the card itself. And just an example of that, this card right here, this O.J. Howard, this is, as you can see here, player worn material, but just especially with all the different colors here with the Bucs uniform, I think that's just a beautiful looking card. Love that card. However, this one from another Buccaneer tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, this doesn't do it for me. Just this big old patch like that. It's just, to me, there's a big difference between the two. So these I don't really enjoy as much, but something like this, even if it's not game worn, it's still a nice card. Looks pretty great. Another example of a card that I love that is, and this just says right here, the material is guaranteed by Panini. So we don't even really know what that means, but I love this card. I actually won this in a kind of a raffle from B-Pat's Cards. And so this Tannehill, just with the jersey lettering, that's a pretty awesome card right there. So again, this just looks great. So definitely love that. Another example would be this Noah Fant, rookie, first impressions. And, just love that. I mean, it's pretty thick, chunky patch right there. We got a little bit of the orange with the so a 3-color card there, and I think that looks really, really nice. And the last one I'll show, this is a card I pulled when I first got back into a couple years after I got back into the hobby. Oh, maybe that is 2013. So Le'Veon Bell, and I don't know if that's part of a sock or what, but 3-color patch and a short print too to number to 10. So again, cards like this I still think are quite nice, and I enjoy collecting. But there's nothing like getting game-worn stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And like I said, these are in no particular order. I'm just going to throw one basketball card in there. I'm a big Utah Jazz fan. So this right here, Retro Materials of John Stockton, number 299. This one is from 2019-20. Game-worn right there, material. The only complaint I have on this card is, they've got the classic old-school purple, but they've got him in a darker uniform. It would have been nice if they found a picture where he was wearing the same color just to kind of coincide with that. But I still love that card because I'm a big John Stockton fan. Nice to have a piece of a jersey he wore in a game. All right, next up, another one of my favorite players. This is a Chicago Bear great Brian Urlacher with a game-worn jersey. And not a big piece of the jersey there, but I like how it's got a tear in it. I'm hoping that was from a game and not from being placed in the card. I'm going to say it's from a game. I like that better. Anyway, this game-worn jersey from 2001 Fleer. So again, that's one for me that I really, really like that card right there. And I really like this one too. This is a Joe Klecko 2008 Gridiron Kings. And it's got a couple pieces of jersey, and you can really tell there it's got some of that old school jersey. Don't really make it like that anymore. Klecko was a great player with the Jets for quite some time. Right here, worn in an official NFL game. Again, that's just kind of adds to that, right? When you know that he wore that in a game. And then going really far back, one of my favorites again, and it's because of how old this jersey must be. So this Lenny Moore, he started playing football in the mid-50s, played for about a decade. This piece of jersey is, probably late 50s to early to mid-60s. And again, a personally worn by Lenny Moore in an official NFL game. So really cool to have that one as well. So again, not the largest jersey and not a big colored patch, but just the history of that, really enjoy. All right, next up, I have two of these. These are both my original PC guy. This is Alex Smith. This is from Panini Lux back in 2015. And I actually pulled this card. Technically, I guess I didn't pull the card. I pulled the redemption, and then they mailed that out to me. And I was actually really glad that they did, because a lot of the one problem with the Lux cards, I don't even make them anymore, was they were stacked together, and they have this border here, and the paint would chip because the cards would be stacked together. And so because it was in a redemption, it just looks quite nice with the corners. So this one right here, enclosed game used material. And then another one of my top 10 is this one right here. So this one is numbered to 49. This is a short print, 5 of 10. Obviously, and again, this gets into the jersey on this one just looks a lot better. And again, this is also a game-worn material. So it's kind of a trade-off for me here. This has an on-card auto, which I definitely prefer. This one, however, has the better patch. But, you kind of put those together. Definitely two of my favorite game-worn jerseys right there. Next up, obviously, this one is one that I truly, truly love. My buddy Ed over at Angry Old Man gifted this to me. So the authentic game-worn jersey of my all-time favorite player, Walter Payton. Just love this card. Love that I have a little piece of history right there of my favorite player of all time. So this one means a lot to me for multiple reasons. So that's a good one there from 2000 Fleer. And again, back in 2000, we were much more likely to be getting the game-worn material. All right, next up, and this is a card I also pulled out of Lux, is this Doug Flutie, number 24 out of 25. So he only played for the Bears in 1986, and he only played in 4 games for the team, but right there enclosed game-used material. And I just love that. Check that out. That's that old school from right here on the shoulder, that kind of a plasticky paint look. But that is super, super sweet. So one definitely in my top 10, top 5 for sure. I just love that card. And being able to pull that card, I got to tell you, I was thrilled. So I wasn't the biggest Flutie fan when he was on the Bears, because I was such a big Jim McMahon fan that I felt like any quarterback, Tom Zach, anybody, it didn't matter. Like if they were competing or trying to get playing time over McMahon, I was a little bit protective of McMahon. But then over the years, I grew to love Doug Flutie in the NFL, playing for the Bills and doing some great things for a long time. And then I really started to appreciate him for his time with Chicago. And so I'm a big fan of his now, including his time with the Bears, especially now. So great card for me there. Really love that one. All right, next up, this is a 2012 National Treasures of Devin Hester, game-worn material. I absolutely adore this card. Just a perfect Chicago Bears patch right there. Short print to 10. I got this card. I picked it up from my LCS when I first got back into the hobby. And this was given to me at an extremely good deal. Even at the time, it was they really hooked me up with this. They knew I was a Bears fan, and so I think I bought this. I think they sold it to me for like $15. So I'd buy that any day. I'll buy the other 9 for $10 any day. So anyway, this is definitely one of my favorites right here. One of the all-time greats as far as kick returning, punt returning, legendary. So great card for me right there. All right, and then last up, this is another one that I pulled from Panini Lux. I actually had a lot of fun with that. I did quite well. I bought 2 boxes, and they were both really, really good. Unfortunately, they don't make the product anymore, but I really liked it. So this is a game-used material of Drew Brees, and it is a short print there, 4 out of 10. Really happy to have that in there as well, just to give it the 2-color patch. But really, really like that card quite a bit. Great Drew Brees card for my collection there. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Just kind of fun to show some of my favorite game-worn material for sure. Anyway, feel free to like and subscribe. Maybe let me know which one of these is your favorite, and then if you guys have any game-used cards, what are your favorites that you've got? Anyway, appreciate you watching. Always feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, go Bears.